try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, the morning light. Oh, I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me, just take my hand.
We're going to switch gears a little bit, and we welcome once again, we welcome, Brother Hill on. By the way, I'm going to let you know, I'm so happy to see you, okay? And also, you are the first man on the show since we started in February. So we want to say thank you so much for coming on and for sharing with us, whatever you can share in support of when our sister was actually going through what her process, or the process of that from the family perspective. Now we know that Sister Correct, she shared her story, she gave her testimony, and we thank God for deliverance, we thank God for healing, we thank God for the grace, we thank God for the love. I could go on and on. We thank God for his faithfulness. Oh God. We thank God for his faithfulness towards his children, and we appreciate the love of God upon and the favor of God upon her life. And we thank God for praying people. And Correct said something that was so profound. And I was just writing a whole bunch of stuff that you said, okay? And it was the mindset. The mindset is so important because, the Bible said life and death is in the power of the tongue. What happens is you can speak life to your situation, or you can speak death to your situation. And what we appreciate and what we thank God for is that he's given people, and you don't have to tell everybody like Correct did. You don't have to tell everybody that you're going through, because it's not, some people are waiting for you to die. Some people are waiting for that death sentence to say, you know what? I told you so. It ain't going to happen. And Sister Susie went through this, and this is what happened. And you talk about doomsday. Some people have you dead in the grave. They already pull out the coffin for you. They know what flowers, they know what funeral, they know your plot. They know exactly where you're going to be. But I say thanks be unto God for his infinite mercies, that he is able to deliver and to set free. And we thank God that he has restored you, your beautiful hair, girlfriend, whatever. Listen, whoever wanted to say, if you bought it, whatever, it's still yours. It's still yours, but we thank God for all that. Now, I said all that to say that, it takes a village, takes family. And, when you're going through this process, it is so good to have a support system. And we want to know from your perspective, from the family perspective, the head of the household, the pastor of the home, what was the effect? How did it affect you, the family, the prayer life that surrounded that? Speak to us on that end, and speak to us about the goodness of God. As I know you're a man of God, I know that, God is, the hand of God is upon your family. And we want to hear from the priest of the home what that process was like. Talk to us.
Well, good afternoon, and it's a pleasure to be the first man on the panel. As Correct was saying, it was hard. It wasn't easy. It was, well, when we first find out, it was difficult, even though me not physically going through it, but I understood the pain, the shock, the disbelief. Okay, how could this be happening? Right. Through the whole process, as far as me, I went by the UPS mindset as to understanding, support, and patience. Because, even though she was going through what she was going through, I had to have an understanding, even though I wasn't going through it myself, but I had to understand what she was going through in order to support her and have patience. The big thing was patience, because there would be times that maybe she would be going through things, then it's kind of pressure on me. So I had to step back and say, you know what, I have to understand what she's going through. Many late nights. I just try I tried to do everything I could to make her process easy, even though it wasn't easy, but more comfortable for her. Going through the chemo, that was another big step, because we never went through anything. My mother, going back, she was diagnosed with breast cancer back in the early 80s. Back then, they didn't have the technology they have now, so they had to end up removing one of her breasts because it was so what's the word, developed. I mean, what it was just they didn't have the technology they have now. She went through that. So I kind of went through the process of that. And like Craig was saying, we didn't want to tell everyone what was going on because, I mean, not to say that it was negative, but we just didn't want to hear stories of, because, her mindset was she just wants to hear that, okay, we're going to make it through. This person made it through. This person made it through. That person made it through. We didn't want to go through the process of hearing sad stories. We wanted to be positive about the whole process. I mean, just for me, like I said, I went for the UPS mindset, definitely being supportive. That was the big key of being supportive. And I think that's what kind of helped her make it through the process from then to now, with support from me, the whole family, everyone that knew about it, support.
Amen. I love that. The UPS mindset.
Yeah.
No, that's right. Lord Jesus. The UPS mindset. Oh my God. Understanding, patience, support.
Yeah.
I took notes. I'm telling you, I have a whole letter. I mean, I love that because, understanding, first step, it's like you said, you are not the one who was going through, but you have to put yourself in a place where you understand what, she's dealing with,
Right.
On a certain level. And then you have to have, with that understanding now, you develop that patience. So even there are times when it may seem as if, oh my goodness, things are probably spiraling out of control,
Right.
or things are getting very difficult. What end up happening is that you have that, because you have the level of understanding, it brings about that patience. And with that, you have that support. You give the support. So you can give support all you want, but then if you don't have the understanding and the patience, how are you going to able to give the ample level of support that's needed?
Right.
Support in praying, support in fasting, support in lifting her up, support in, understanding that, yes, I have to take her to the doctor, understanding that the hair may come out, the hair has, you know why the hair came out, or the hair was falling. And you save those hair? You save the hair? Oh my Lord. So question for you. I'm going, crazy here. I love that. So what did you do with the hair? Do you still have it?
Yeah, I put it in a Ziploc.
In a Ziploc.
Ziploc bag, yes.
possible for you to like make a wig out of it or something?
I don't know. She had hair, but I don't know if she had a lot of hair to make a wig.
You,
I mean, it was
It's in a ball.
it's in a ball.
He saved as much as he could.
Right, because
it's in a
some when
ball.
she was combing it out, a lot of it was going into the drain. But what I was able to grab, I saved and put in the Ziploc for her. Yeah.
okay, because I was like, make a wig or something, or
Mhm.
praise the Lord. Correct. I know the hair and all that good stuff, but you know what? And you were so real and transparent in saying that yes, here is your beauty. You fix it the way you want to fix it, and to know that it's not there. Yes, it's gone, but when you have a husband that is who's understanding, patient, and show the support that's needed, that is no, that's what I'm talking about. Listen, Reverend Mom would have done something like
Right. Yeah.
God bless his soul, but it is so important to have that level of support, because and the understanding to know what this is dear to my wife.
Mm-hmm.
This is dear to my wife, and because this is dear to to your wife, you want to say, you know what, I understand what you're going through,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm here for you. What little I can do, yes, I can pray, and that's good. But I want to show you something. Yes, you can bring the flowers and all, just put a smile on your face for a few minutes or what have you. But something I call it sacred, because that came from me. Something as sacred as as saving that. That touched me. That touched me deeply. But what was going through your mind? During the time that Corette was going through. What was going through your mind?
I wouldn't say, well, hurt. Like I said, dealing with, I know she was in pain, so it was more so for me that it's nothing much I was able to do to lessen the pain. So I felt, it's hard to describe,
Helpless.
yeah, it's just, I could not, yeah, helpless. I couldn't really do anything. You tried this, it wouldn't work. You tried that, it wouldn't work. And, it was difficult trying to come up with some kind of solution to make her at ease.
Darnell,
Yes.
can I just want to just let everybody know, Corette, you are so lucky to have such a supportive husband. But we also have to remember during this time, my heart always goes out to us women, of course, but my heart goes out to the men too, their support system, because they have to be strong for you. But they are going through it just as much as you. And sometimes I think almost a little bit worse. You are going through it physically, but these men, our rocks, or whoever our supports are going through it mentally, and they have to be strong for you and everything like that. And nobody's, I don't know, hopefully they have outlets too, but I have to say, if you have a good support, you are lucky. You are lucky, because my hearts go out to both of you, just for what you're going through and what they're going through is mental. They want to help you and fix everything. That's what they're there for, us to fix everything, and they can't. So when you have a good support group, you just grab onto them, because I've seen ladies who did not have support. If I can just tell a quick story about a woman came in, she had a double mastectomy, and she was days out for it. And I was asking her about her help at home, and her husband was not helpful at all, because he didn't like the way she looked. And he wouldn't even get up and get her breakfast, and she cried about this. And when I think about that and how lucky you are to have your husband help you go through what you went through, I'm just touched by both of you.
Thank you. And it's funny that you mentioned about the hair. I made a joke. I said, well, now you look like me. So we both,
Yeah.
you know, we were twins walking around the house. So, you know, when she lost her hair, it didn't, you know what? It's funny. It didn't affect me that I thought it would, because in the beginning I told her, cut your hair short, you know, and she was the one that was nervous about it. But I said, cut it
I'm
short.
sure she's
fine."
as beautiful then as she
Right,
is.
right. The personality was still there, so
Mhm.
it didn't change anything.
And can I jump in for a second? And, I just want to say, I just want to commend you, brother. I really want to commend you. Thank you for being there for your woman, for your wife, for the mother of your children. I commend you.
Thank you.
Because it's not a lot of, as Sherry said, it's not a lot of men who stands up. Because I know for someone, I had a friend 2 years ago, she was 33 years old, 3 children, diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. When she found out that she had the cancer, her husband packed up, left her with the 4 children, ran off with someone else. When she called for help, he spoke badly to her. She was ugly because obviously she lost her, feminism.
Mhm.
She was felt worthless. So I commend you and thank you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Brother Hill, I thank God for you. And I thank God for, we said, we talked a few weeks ago about, marriage and wedding and all that. And we said, wedding is only one day and marriage is the rest of your life.
Right. Mhm.
This is what we're talking about in sickness and in health. And you have the story of, what Dre just mentioned, but then you also have where we're looking at a living testimony of the commitment, because marriage is a covenant and is a covenant relationship. And, the Bible said God would not put too much more on you than you can handle.
Mhm.
And even though it was a difficult time that you went through your family, Sister Corette, what God did was just to give you that grace. He gave you the know-how, the ability to, and even in your go through, Lord, help me, Jesus, even when you're going through, sometimes you're probably trying to figure out, you probably don't know how you're going to, this is going to come out, or that's going to come out, whatever. But we thank God for the focus that, you have your mind, stayed on God. And correct, when you said about faith filled, not doomsday filled, okay? That is also so profound, because like I mentioned before, some people have your coffin and your plot already there waiting for you.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the anointing that God has placed upon you. Some people just want to see you dead. I mean, straight up. And this would be really solidify. Okay, you know what? I told you so. But God,
What?
but God, in his infinite mercies, said, not this, I got work, good, I got work for you to do, not
Mhm.
this one. And this is going to be a testimony even to your enemies. Because what the enemy meant for evil, look at how God turned it around for your good. It brought unity even the more to your family, a bond that cannot be broken with your children, with everyone around you. God just really put the people, you know who your friends are when you're going through.
Yeah.
Hello, somebody. You know who your friends are when you're going through. Because some people who say that they're your friends, when time comes for them to really prove or show that they are friends, you want to know where are they. You call them on the phone, you can't even get them to even answer the phone or even to receive a text message or to send a text back. And you want to, but wait a minute, sister so-and-so was supposed to be a prayer partner, Just is the time for you not to be asking questions of how did this happen or why it happened. This is the time for you to stand up as a friend, stand up as a support. You've been there for everybody else. Now it's my turn. Hello, somebody. You've been praying for everybody else. You've been teaching everybody else. You've been, ministering to everybody else in dance and everything else. Here is a time now. I'm not asking you for anything but just to be a friend, like you say you are. Any final thoughts from anyone? I'll welcome it right now because I feel like running because this is so good. Sherry, anything that you wanted, just let
Get
them.
your mammograms. Get your mammograms. Get all your friends out there. It is a good test. It's life-saving.
Dree?
Self-care is super important, ladies, step up on your game, go out there, get your mammogram, and just take care of your body. Your body is the temple.
Amen. Sister Correct and Brother Hill.
Well, I ditto what Sherry and what Drea said.
Mhm.
Listen, get your mammograms, have your self-care, and more importantly, I speak to the spirit of fear that rests in us. The fear that keeps us from doing what we know we're supposed to do, the fear of knowing that something is wrong. That fear is what paralyzes people from doing what they know they're supposed to do. Let go of the fear and just go and have the mammogram. It's a few seconds of discomfort, but it's worth it. Okay. And don't listen to what anybody else tell you that you don't have to, if you don't have to do it every month, every year. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Go and yes, you do. Yes, you do. And it does not matter. Get it done. Take care of yourself. Because if you don't, you won't be here to take care of anybody else. So stop putting people before you or your health. All right. And that it counts the exercise and diet and the whole nine. And remove yourself from stressful situations as much as possible.
Brother Hill, any final thoughts?
Well, my point would be towards any men that will actually see this. Just support your wife, your girlfriend, or whoever's in your life. Support them with whatever anything that they're going through. Just be there and be positive. Like I said, keep the UPS mindset. Understand, patience, and support.
Woo! I love that.
Give me a t-shirt.
Yes. Understand, patience, support. I love that. I thank God for, for the story, for your testimony. I thank God for the unity, the love, the bond that both of you share. I thank God that, anyways, trust me, you guys gonna come back. This not be the last one, okay? And praise the Lord. Sherry, thank you so much. You're the specialist out there. Thank you so much for your warmth, for your tenderness, for your understanding. Thank you. She did not hesitate, y'all. I just walk in there and I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. And she's like, sure, I'll do it. I'm like, oh, thank you, So I really thank God for you. And thank you so much for your support on today. Dree, as always, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, everyone out there, like we said, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And also, I think it's the third Friday of October is Mammogram Day. So please get your sister, get your bestie, whoever your best friend is, get your mom, get your sisters. Come on.
Together.
What was it? Go together.
Tell people go together, go to lunch afterwards, talk about your mammograms, get them. It's the best thing you could do for yourself and for your family.
Amen. Amen to that. Get it in, get going. It is very important. We want to, just encourage you, want to spread the word to you that it is so important to get it done. Listen, we thank you so much for joining us. Please, when you see this, just please like and share it. Share your testimony. Share your story. Share this. Because it is such a powerful, social media is so powerful these days. Trust me, you cannot say you did not know. That's
right.
One thing you cannot say you did not know because it is everywhere. So once again, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sister Carrot. Thank you so much, Brother Hill. Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you so much, Dree. And on that note, we're going to say bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, my name is Phil, and I am the president and CEO of Phoenix National Network. Question: are you missing all the shows on Phoenix National Network? Well, I tell you, not anymore. Download the app today on your Apple, Android, cell phone, or mobile device. Catch all your favorite local programs from all your local entrepreneurs and churches. It is nothing to miss. Download the app to learn more just by typing in Phoenix National Network on your app or Droid store. Click below for more information, and we will see you on the platform. Don't miss it. It's there for your benefit.
So here we go again, it's no surprise. 'Cause we know better than to roll the dice. So take this love and try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no